up, everybody? Garrett back here, and I want to talk to you guys about the new 7-part miniseries on Netflix called Midnight Mass. All right, I want to make this review as spoiler-free as possible, so I want to make sure I keep this short and sweet because I don't know how I'm not going to spoil this thing, especially with the passion that I have talking about it, because I'm telling you guys right now, if you have not seen this, you've got to see this as soon as possible. This is probably the best thing I have seen in I don't know how long, from start to finish. My opinion is this thing is an absolute masterpiece, and I never say that about anything, especially something current. I never say that. I mean, I love Cobra Kai. I like Stranger Things, but I don't think either of those are a masterpiece. They're fun, don't get me wrong, but this was something that I was completely glued to from start to finish. It was just so well done from beginning to end, from the plot, from the atmosphere, from the dialogue, from the characters, from the build. I mean, I think this thing had it all. The writing is fantastic. I can definitely see that this is something that is not going to be for everybody. If you're more into just jumps and a lot of action, you might fall out of this by episode 2 real quick. Because I'm going to tell you that this starts very slow. Now, not slow in a bad way. Slow in a way where it's building. You're actually learning about a lot of these characters. All right, let's get into it a little bit. I'm going to give you an outline of what's going on here. So this takes place on a small, isolated island, a little village called Crockett Island. And the story kind of begins with 2 plot lines. Now, it's a very small community and everybody's pretty tight-knit. So everybody knows everybody's business. They all have little stories which they build on, and it really gets you invested in a lot of these people on this island. Now, it's a fishing community. They're going through some rough times, but you know what? Faith is always the thing that kind of brings everybody together. So in this small little community, there is a church that everybody kind of congregates to. It's a big part of their community, and their priest, who's a very old priest, has gone away, and a new, young, charismatic priest arrives. Now, the second big thing that happens is there's a local who grew up there that recently had to go to jail, and he is now back. He did his time, and now he's trying to start a new life back home with his family on this island, and a lot of things have changed since he's left. Now, this was written and made by Mike Flanagan. Now, a couple things that I know him by is he did that movie Hush that was on Netflix a couple years ago. A really, really cool movie if you haven't checked that out. He also was responsible for The Haunting of Hill House, which was a real cool show that Netflix had on. He's responsible for that. He did the follow-up, which was Haunting, I think, at Bly Manor, which I did not see that one, so I can't give you my opinion on that at all, but I did like Hill House. And he also brought us Gerald's Game in 2017, which was another real cool movie on Netflix if you haven't checked that one out. But I guess this was his passion project. This is something that he's been wanting to do for so long, and it was something a little bit different. Like I said, there is a lot of slow burning here, but I like that pace. That's really up my alley. I had a couple reputable people messaging me about this show saying, hey, this is something you're gonna like. I know the stuff you like. This is right up your alley. This is really, really good. And that's because I do like those slow burn. I do like movies that build. It's got a real nice pace to it. And this is something I definitely want to check out again because, again, the payoff is so worth it as well. And I think if we didn't have a build like that, that the payoff wouldn't be as good as if we started with all this action, because then it really has nowhere else to go. But again, gang, I don't want to sit here and talk so much about this because I know I'm going to tell you more because I want to talk about it so much, but I do want you to check out Midnight Mass. This is a fantastic miniseries. Again, I'm not a TV person, but this is something that I definitely want to check out. Again, no one's really talked about this, and as you see right here, I'm purposely wearing a Salem's Lot shirt because I love this movie. It's one of my top 10 favorite horror movies of all time. I love the pacing of this movie. If you're a big fan of Salem's Lot, this to me felt very much like Salem's Lot. The pacing, the tone, man, I cannot go on and say more about this. So if you ask me, is this bad or rad? The answer is rad. I loved Midnight Mass. I'm clamoring for more. It's one of those movies that when you're done watching it, you just keep thinking about it. Like, I finished watching it about 4 days ago, and I can't stop thinking about it, and I really want to go back and watch it again. Now, again, I know it's a 7-part series. They're not doing any kind of sequels, but man, I'm going to keep my eye on Mike Flanagan because he's hitting these things out of the park right now. And again, I know this was a personal passion project for him, and I think this was his absolute best. Now, I know it's a Netflix exclusive. I hope we get some kind of physical media release of this. I know that's not usually something they do, but they did bring out Hill House, so maybe we will see it. But guys, thank you so much. So please tell me, have you watched this show? What did you think? Post it down below. If you haven't and you watched this video, I highly recommend you do it. Gang, please like this video, subscribe if you haven't. I'm going to be putting out more videos in October. I've got a lot of things lined up, and I want to thank you guys again for supporting this channel and helping this thing grow, because when I get to 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to do the one video that's been asked since the day I started this channel, and that is a movie room tour. So it's going to probably be in multi-parts, but let's go. Part 1 is when I hit 1,000 subs. So again, guys, do your thing, share this, comment, like, support this. If you want that video coming sooner than later, let's get this thing going. So again, guys, Midnight Mass is something you definitely want to check out because it is rad.